Hey there, fellow scouts, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, Episode 2, Unlocking Mods. So, because I just finished my collecting 100 gold, I got secondary objectives. So, on maps, I will either need to collect 12 bola caps, 6, what are they called, flowers, whatever they are, or morkite, 20 morkite as a secondary objective. I also unlocked a freezing shield belt, so when things hit me, I release a wave outwards once every 30 seconds, which will freeze enemies and do damage to them, and blast them backwards to give me some breathing room. I unlocked, because I leveled up the crowd grenades to level 12, I unlocked weapon mods for the crowd grenades, so if I ever use crowd grenades again, they'll be stronger. I unlocked the gold scanner because I collected enough gold, so gold scanners are when you mine rocks, sometimes you find gold. I unlocked a new weapon, the M1000 Classic, which is a bolt-action rifle that targets the that has piercing damage and targets the strongest enemy, and can be modded for things like knockback and whatnot. And then I will give you a summary. So I did 3 million damage. I collected some Croppa, some Jadis, some Inner Pearl, some Magnetite. I hit a bunch of milestones. These are the upgrades I got, the weapons I had, dive stats, everything. In the reviews, you read that people are unhappy with how much progress slows down after a certain point. Yes, so I would agree with that. When you start to hit has 3 and has 4, progress really does start slowing down. Basically, as the game ramps up in difficulty, you need to get lucky with what is offered for weapons and upgrades so that you're more meta, because if you're not more meta, you'll get overrun. Even if you're a pretty good player, I would say. So there is a bit of a critique where on higher level difficulties, there's a lot more grind. But speaking about the grind, so here is the out of battle upgrades. So for the materials that I've collected up here, I can add stats, and this will apply to every future deep dive. So damage, reload speed, move speed, mining speed, armor, luck, XP, pickup radius, max HP, life regen, critical chance, and critical damage. So if you want to focus on collecting these things, and you can buy and sell them with gold as well, you will empower all of your future deep dives so that you have a higher chance of success. So I'm going to do luck and XP and pickup radius. And that's what I had. And if I wanted to buy some of these, like let's say I wanted some health regen, I could buy 1 magnetite and then get health regen by spending my credits, which is essentially gold that I traded in for credits. Getting 2 of the 3 biome goals have unlocked Magma Core. So Magma Core has its own set of biome goals, which is collecting red sugar, completing the deep dive, and reach level 25 with the gunner. I don't have gunner, so I'm going to continue doing the hazard 1 for now. And I think what I'm going to try to do this time is complete the dive. That is my goal.
I'll try on hazard 1. Scout Classic, please.
Find and eliminate the dreadnought.
Having secondary objectives will also help. It'll help collect a lot more gold. So alpaca blooms are my current side objective, and collecting 6 of them will give me a whole bunch of gold.
Now this is a rare treat.
Oh, there's some gold. Also, I didn't mention, but these are loot bugs, which will drop a little bit of nitro, a little bit of gold if you kill them, and you just mine pick them to kill them.
It's for me.
Now, normally I would be polling you guys about what upgrade path to do, but my polling software is broke, so it's a little bit harder for me to do that.
Exemplary work. You've achieved your objective in record time.
This one. New bug hot.
Another thing is, as you progress in the class tree, you will get new weapons unlocked, and the new weapons that you get unlocked. So if we take a look here at weapons, the new weapons you get unlocked are simply, in many cases, better than the weapons you start off with. So if we scroll down here, we get the M1000 at ring 3 Scout. We get the Voltaic Stun Sweeper, which is like an electric boomerang, at 6. The Bug Taser at 12. The Arctech Cryo Guard at 15. The Plasma Carbine at 21. And the Bolt Shark at 24, like a big crossbow. So these are also rewards that you can work towards. This is just like leveling up your Scout. There's artifacts that you can work towards as well. So crit chance, move speed, etc. And some of these are really powerful, and they're offered in these supply drops. So some of the ones I really like in this offerings, I think that the nitrogenic powder is particularly strong. Nitrogenic powder increases your crit chance for the nitra that is your inventory. The ammo rig is really powerful if you want. It allows you to shoot 50% faster at a cost of move speed. So as long as you take some move speed upgrades, that's really, really good. The sandwich is pretty decent if you need regen and tanking. And the crit chance squint can be pretty decent on some builds. I would say those are the really powerful ones. I tend to avoid the pickled nitra. The pickled nitra will have you do more damage for the nitra that you have, but you move slower, which can be really dangerous if you have too much nitra. And then the pop-up tripod is really nice. You do more damage standing still. So that's really good if you have like turrets or like a big gun where you just face down the whole horde or something like that. All right, let's get this supply drop. And because I have unlocked the crowd grenade mods, well, actually, you know, I think this time around, the current priority is complete the dive and get a level 12 boomstick. I'm going to go with the boomstick, as the crowd grenades are really good for horde clearing. They're not so good against the dreadnought. They're not a good dreadnought weapon. Some weapons are just ineffective dreadnought weapons. Like typically I find front-facing weapons, unless you have a lot of knockback, are really ineffective dreadnought weapons because it's really hard to face the dreadnought. So a lot of the weapons, like the scout, one of the scout's weapons is a warthog, which is a pump shotgun. It only fires forward. It can be modified to fire backwards, but it also has a pretty short range, meaning that it's just not a very good weapon against dreadnoughts. And then all the throwables are pretty bad against dreadnoughts because you don't control where you throw your grenades, and your grenades go everywhere, and they often will be frustrating to use because you're just like, man, they're just not doing anything. And like, that's a pretty typical experience. Okay. I lost the ability to move or something. I don't know what happened there. That was really weird. My like D key cut out and I couldn't move right.
You want some more? I want it.
Often I find that like wounds that you get really early on don't really matter all that much because you'll have so many opportunities to heal that I don't really care if I'm like soaking damage on the first wave, because there's also like lower risk, lower reward, right? On the first wave, you if you lose, you haven't really lost a lot of progress, so it's not, in my opinion, that big of a deal to just like just tank and try to get as much experience as you can. Because the more experience you get really early on, the more it will sort of snowball. Because the stronger you will be and the more capable you will be to horde clear. So it's really, really handy to just take big risks early on so that you're as strong as possible so that you can benefit the most on later waves. I would like to kill that mini boss before I kill the big boss, but I don't think that's going to be possible.
Objective completed, Miner. Get to the drop pod before it heads
There we
to
go.
orbit.
This works.
Another metric that I tend to judge by is what level I am upon exit. And what I will say about this run is typically I aim for like level 14 or 15, and I am not there, right? I'm level 12, so this was like a bad first run.
That drop pod is about to leave.
But they can't all be good.
You made short work of stage
And I think
one.
that it's quite likely that I lose this one as well, just because I'm trying to level up the boomstick. And leveling up the boomstick means not having that be modifiable.
Load up and get going, Miner. We have quotas to fulfill.
But you can see in the top right, I do have that side quest of leveling up the boomstick to 12 so that I can unlock weapon mods for it. I need to work on reload speed. Get some reload speed stuff.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
I'm in a bad spot for Swarm 1 because I don't have an out. This will suck.
We can't send in supplies until you clear out the landing zone.
Feels like a brand new gun now.
Sometimes it's worth just like eating it rather than trying to like hold your ground, just blitz through the weakest area. Because a situation like that, it was not, you know, I wasn't going to fight my way out.
That's all you got, you slippery shit.
I think these Praetorians should be dead pretty soon.
This one suits me best.
There we go. There. I'm down to 30 HP because I've been face tanking, so I will try to collect some red sugar to fix that.
Impact imminent.
But, alright, if I'm collecting red sugar, might as well get red sugar artifact.
Swarm detected. Get ready.
I got a new swarm coming. Alright, I really like the M1000, but another strategy I would say is like trying to unlock multiple weapons with weapon mods in one run generally means you're going to be really underpowered and you won't get very far. So I'm going to get the cryo grenade, which I already have weapon mod unlocked. I am really enjoying this game, yeah. I mean, it's a relatively simple gameplay loop, but it is... It's fun. I have a lot of fun with it. Even if it does get frustrating at like 20 hours or so, where your progress is slowed greatly. There are some critiques that I have. I wish there was a little bit more variety to the missions. It's always kill dreadnoughts. The different biomes and map types introduce some variety, but not as much as like the sort of variety that you get in the original game, you know, Deep Rock Galactic, where it's like escorting the miner or, you know, collecting eggs, or so the mission type variety is, in my opinion, lacking, and I do hope that they work towards expanding upon that.
It's calling to me.
Ooh. Ah, that's critical damage. Well, it's legendary, I'll take it.
How can I not?
But my crit chance is pretty low, so... Alright, let's see if I can't get a little bit... So I already got the Bulu caps, right? Yeah. Let's look for red sugar then. Here's some red sugar. Almost feels like a mobile game? Well, all of the sort of like bullet hell style games are going to feel a bit like that. Right, like you could also say that about Hades, which is one of the most popular games on Steam. So I don't know if that's like a critique that I would necessarily make.
Die, creep!
Drop pod has arrived. Get there before the timer runs out.
Whoa, there we
Pod is
go.
not going to hang around.
This is gonna help me be a perfect
Electrical
dwarf.
or damage and reload speed? Let's do damage and reload speed this time around. I have a lot of gold collected. So if there's legendary upgrades offered at the end of the round here.
Gather up your beard and get onto that drop pod. It's about to leave. Well done,
Alright.
Ryder.
It's not an insult, you mean? Yeah, alright, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I almost don't play with the right hand at all. Like, you don't even need to, because you can do A and D to switch what you want to unlock.
Looks beautiful.
So one more to the shotgun, and that will be modded. And let's also try to unlock some of the mods
gimme.
for the grenade. I think that would be cool to see.
Hell yeah!
I can afford everything. I'll just buy it all. Might as
Work to
well.
do and quotas to meet. You have your objectives.
So collecting more alpaca blooms. Got it.
God damn it! There's a pebble in my boot. Never felt better.
Yeah, the scout does have the highest natural crit. Absolutely. Yeah, each class is like good at something, right? You have the gunner who's got the highest armor. You have the driller who has the highest mind speed. You got the engineer who's, I don't even know, highest XP gain or something. I'm not actually sure what he specializes at.
Big swarm detected. Rhadamant, get ready.
Alright, there we go. So now I have the shotgun mod. So next time I use the shotgun. And one of the benefits of the shotgun is it's a multi-class weapon. Other classes can use the shotgun. So if I'm, let's say, a gunner and I go with a shotgun, I will also benefit from having unlocked the weapon mod for shotgun. NG specializes being awesome. I agree with that. I really do like the engineer. I think the one I like the least is probably the driller. Which is funny, because in the original game, I like the driller, like, a lot.
Good work. Tripod inbound.
Nice shot.
Let's do freeze belt, so I can show you the benefit of the freeze belt. A freeze belt is really nice to get out of, like, tight situations.
If it looks good, it shoots better. Everyone
I'll try to trigger it. There we go. Where it throws everything back and gives you breathing room.
I'm gonna be the best survivor.
So now that I have the shotgun already level 12, there's not much of a benefit to leveling up anymore. Alright, let's get out of this hellhole.
Big swarm detected. Rhadamant, get ready.
Because it'd be cool to get, to show weapon mods for grenades, because I haven't had a chance to have weapon mods for any other weapon.
Best survivor.
So here we go. Grenades now do damage to the terrain or explosion radius, and I'm going to go with explosion radius. And the reason is, for a lot of the weapons, you will have the option to do terrain deformation. The problem with that is terrain is kind of your friend, right? It allows you to create barriers and lure and everything. So I have had some runs where, like, I'll have turrets that, like, mine out the terrain, and I end up with almost a terrainless map. And then trying to run away from stuff becomes really complicated because there's not physical barriers for me to, like, lure them around or whatever. So it can be useful to have terrains do terrain damage, but because I don't control where the grenades are thrown, that could really screw me up too.
This is gonna change everything.
Whereas bigger explosion radius just freezes and makes it easier to hit the boss. Because the boss will often be like almost hit by grenades, but not quite. So here I'm trying to make... Ooh, I shouldn't have gotten hit there. Trying to make a last stand here just so that I get all of this beautiful experience and trigger all of the Crassus detonators. And let's go with the classic. Yeah, I'm just face tanking like an idiot. More damage to the grenade, sure. So you'll see one giant bullet fired, and that's the bolt action going off.
I'm a new dwarf.
Another strategy that I often employ is to try to use weapons that are all of the same type, because there isn't really a concept of resistance to a specific element or anything like that. So if I had 4 guns, they're all kinetic and they're all projectile. Any passives that add to kinetic and projectile will benefit all 4 of them, multiplying the benefits times 4. Whereas if you have like an electric gun and a fire turret and an acid handgun and a grenade, they don't share much in common. Well, okay, that's not true. They might share elements in common, but the more that your weapons have in common, the more likely you are to be able to benefit all of your weapons all at once for sort of a multiplied bonus effect, which is really, really, really handy in trying to like build meta. Yeah, the M100 has a built-in pierce, which is great. It doesn't fire very fast, so it's not amazing at boss killing, for that matter. But it's not to say that I'm saying it's weak. It's strong, it's just... It's not a perfect boss killer weapon. I wonder if I can collect the 2 alpaca balloons right at the end here. I have 15 seconds. No, I'm probably going to be 5 of 6, which is unfortunate. I should have been working on that more. Oh well. Lost out on 30 gold.
Taking you to stage 4. Did good work, miner.
So here's an instance where, like, if I take this for 15% projectile damage, that benefits 3 of the 4 weapons I have. As you can see, the up arrows as I mouse over them. And then I'll level up the grenades again. I wouldn't mind getting my grenades to tier 2. I don't think that this is going to be a run where, like, I defeat the boss, just because I'm focusing on upgrading the mods for yet another gun. Meaning that I'm, like, fundamentally a little underpowered. But if I get really lucky with, like, the things that I find and the upgrades that I'm offered, you know, it's possible. That, and as I said, the crowd grenade is not a super effective weapon against bosses. Nor, for that matter, is the GK2 the primary weapon that I have. It's not terrible, but it's not really a boss slayer. So here's some Morkite, which is the side objective.
Hello and good. I can't get enough of this rare stuff.
The scout just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Seems like when I don't have the resources, awesome things show up in the store. Yeah, it do be like that. Oops. Let me try to trigger these Crassus. There we go.
Meet your maker, Crate.
Oh. Oh, hello.
I'm a new dwarf.
Big swarm detected. Rhadamant, get ready.
If it looks good, it shoots
All right.
better.
Grenades deal damage to terrain or damage and reload speed.
Put a bit of extra
Damage and reload speed. So that would be like an instance of a weapon upgrade that is not great. Maybe I can try to actually get the M1000 to level 12. I'm going to attempt it. Because I've already sort of written this run off as like a upgrading run. So it wouldn't be terrible to get 2 separate weapons up to 12. Really improving my odds for a successful one after this.
Can't send in supplies until you clear out the landing zone.
Hey, Tom. How's it going, man? Let me give you a shout out. Welcome, dude. Songs of 6. Oh, sweet. I like Songs of 6. How's it going, man?
I rarely pick one of these.
I would like to double back and collect all that experience. As you can see, I don't have a piercing weapon, and the crowd grenades don't do like crazy good horde or crowd control damage. So I'm getting to a point where it's just like an overwhelming swarm of hell, where I don't really have the capacity to clear it all that effectively. Oh, that move speed will be nice. Because then I can joust the detonators. Om nom 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 nom.
I'm gonna go with this. It's calling to me. It's calling to me.
Oops. I'm like ignoring the Mactera entirely, just trying to like absolutely bleed everything for experience.
I'm a new dwarf. Hell yeah!
Nice, the M1000 is already up to level 6. You know what I do? Oh, you know what? Let's see if I can't run away from the boss and collect the Morkite I'm missing.
Feel much better now.
Because the boss is almost dead.
Getting worse, Miner.
Oh, here we go. Because I only need 6. Oh, okay, the boss just died.
Well done. Objective completed.
I'm going to risk it for the brisket. I'm going to try to get the Morkite.
It will leave without you.
There we go. And then use my freeze belt. Run through the crowd.
Don't mind if I do.
And then my less than graceful exit.
Get yourself onto that drop pod. It's about to head out. Congratulations, Miner, on completing the 4 easy steps. Next up is the final stage.
Final stage. So that means spend the gold. I don't really like these options. I'm going to re-roll them.
What else?
Reload speed.
I'm gonna do something
Kinetic
epic
damage.
with this. Yoink.
Okay.
This is the big one, Miner.
Feel much better.
Oh, wow, and I just landed on red sugar, so I'm fully healed. So I don't think it's likely that I get my M1000 up to 12. Like, I'm not going to level that many times in this one unless my upgrades are like M1000 plus 3 levels or whatever. But I will try to kill the boss this time anyway. I think my damage potential is a little bit higher with a strong boomstick here. And one thing I'm curious about is I would love to have you guys start making decisions, but I might have to use native built-in Twitch polling rather than my overlay polling, because the overlay polling is broken. But doing specific runs to unlock specific weapons, I think is pretty reasonable as well. Having you guys vote on that. Oh, let's get 2 of them up at the same time, why not? Whoa! You want a hug, bug? Now with the M1000, if I can line them up in a row, it will hit both at the same time. It's also worth noting, because this is last round, there's really not much of a benefit of getting Nitra. There's no way to spend it. But I am very much ahead of where I was the round before in terms of killing the mini-bosses. Which means that my damage potential's higher, I suspect. So let's get the supply beacon. I've already killed all 3 mini-bosses. So the boss, the Dreadnought, is available, but I really ought to spend the time leveling up and opening up a valid path for fleeing and kiting. I don't have the Nitra crit unless this artifact gives it to me. No, it doesn't.
Now this is a rare treat.
What I don't love is these spitters. There's so many pink dots to dodge. And the spitters, when you get too close, will like flee from you, making it even harder to kill them intentionally. Which is where, oh, ouch. Which is where deployables are really handy, like turrets. Because the turrets will, the deployables like that aren't attacked by the enemies. So if you have turrets, you can leave turrets in a big horde like that and have the turrets shred the things that are really annoying. I feel like my move speed's actually quite high here. 28%? Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, let's get some red sugar and make sure that there's a very easy kiting path. And then we'll be on the Dreadnought. You can see what I mean by like the cryo grenade not necessarily being thrown at like what I care about. But like often it will just get thrown like past the enemies that are right in my face, completely not helping me.
Now it's my favorite color.
That choice that I just made was probably a bad one. I don't think I'm going to get my GK2 to level 12 either. I should have picked something that just added damage.
Sorry. Your own fault for being full of shit.
Alright, Dreadnought time. I have the M1000 trying to shoot at it. Man, these slashers really horde of slashers.
It's big and it's dangerous.
And what I would like to do is if I have a clear path and it jumps, is to make sure that I'm closest to it, so my my shotgun is aiming at the boss and not the little crap. Whoa! That loot bug got in my way. Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. I don't think there's more red sugar on the map, and that means one hit and I'm dead. Oh no, there is. It's just going to be really challenging for me to mine, unless I can get that Crassus detonator to detonate on it right now. Sketchy! But it worked. I think my DPS might be a little bit too low, as the pathing here that I take is getting more choked full of stuff that isn't being cleared because my weapons are just not doing enough damage. Yeah, and I just tank that. Yeah, it's gonna eat me here.
It's just a flesh.
That's okay. So we'll have a upgraded boomstick for next round. And I did get rank 6, so I have the Voltaic Stun Sweeper as well. Thank you for tuning in to Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, which originally streamed live on Twitch February 20th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. Hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Rock and stone, dwarves!